Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Central Hardin High School for today's 17th District Baseball action. Tonight's matchup has the Elizabethtown Panthers taking on the Central Hardin Bruins. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Quickly go down the lineup for the Panthers tonight. Led off by Hayden Fisher, followed by Jake Williams. Hitting third will be Grayson Hayner. Hitting cleanup today is the pitcher, Reed Sherrard. Hitting fifth will be Isaiah Powers. He's followed by Carter Moberly. Hitting seventh is Eli Barker. Ryan Bowen will hit eighth, and rounding out the Panther lineup will be Nolan Maggard. For Central Hardin tonight, going around in the field, Miles Wheeler will be in left field, Mason Gardner in right field, Chase Price in center field. Reese Callie will be at third, Lucas Lee plays shortstop. Second baseman will be Sander Lucas, and the first baseman will be Kellen Brandenburg. Battery tonight for Central Hardin. It'll be Lucas Thompson behind the dish, and on the hill, Mr. Caleb Irwin. Hayden Fisher coming to the plate for Elizabethtown. Panthers coming in 12-12 on the season, 3-3 in 17th district play, while the Bruins coming in with 20-7 on the season, 6-0 in 17th district play. Back to Irwin, quickly up. You get it over to Brandenburg for the first out. 1-3 put out. And that's going to bring up Jake Williams, the third baseman for the Panthers.
Now batting number 2, Jake Williams. Hayner on deck.
Williams hitting .364 on the year. Fouled off, evens the count at 1-1. That one high. Last time out, we saw Caleb Irwin throw a perfect game against John Hardin in a shortened 3-inning game. Be fouled off down the first base side. Runs the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. That'll be fouled off over near the E-Town dugout. Count remains 2-2.
first about. Gotta see how it goes.
Good curve right in there for strike 3. And that's going to bring up Grayson Hayner, the center fielder for Elizabethtown, hitting .371 on the year.
Now batting number 10, Grayson Hayner. Sure, on deck.
That one outside. Got a lot of the corner on that one. Swings through that one. 1-1 now the count. Strike 2. Strike 3. 1-2-3 inning for Irwin. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. So we head to the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless between the Panthers and the Bruins. This is a Hardin County Education and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Lineup today for the Central Hardin Bruins. Lucas Lee will lead off. He's followed by Reese Cowley. Lucas Thompson will hit third, while Kellen Brandenburg will hit cleanup. Hitting fifth tonight for Central Hardin will be Chase Price. He's followed by Sander Lucas. Mason Gardner will hit seventh. Caleb Irwin will hit eighth. And rounding out the lineup for the Bruins will be Miles Wheeler. Defensively tonight for Elizabethtown in the outfield, Carter Moberly will be in left, Grayson Hayner in center field, and right field is Nolan Maggard. Around the infield, Jake Williams is at third, Ryan Bowen will be at shortstop, second baseman is Isaiah Powers, first base is Hayden Willett, and the battery today for the Elizabethtown Panthers, Hayden Fisher behind the dish, Reed Sherrard on the hill. Sherrard comes in with a 4-1 record on the season, 1.73 ERA, has 46 strikeouts to just 8 walks on the year.
Leading off for the Bruins, number 4, Lucas Lee. Callie on deck.
Lucas Lee to the plate, hitting .341 on the year.
Come on, Luke.
It's me out towards shortstop area. Take a long throw, not going to be in time, and an infield hit for Lucas Lee. That's now going to bring up the third baseman, Reese Cowley. Cowley comes into the night hitting .282 on the year.
Reese Cowley. Thompson on deck.
Lee on the season is 30 for 30 in the stolen base category. Goes on the first pitch, swing. That one fouled off. Lee will trot back to first base. 0-1 the count. That one's going to get away. Takes a huge bounce off of the cinder block wall on the wild pitch. Lee just walks his way down to second. I'm surprised the umpires didn't check the ball to see if it was cut or not. 1-1 the count. Once this one, that one fouled off. Count goes to 1-2. Low and away evens up at 2-2. Curveball is going to slow roller out towards second. Powers will get there. Gets him in time, but that advances Lee to third. Well, it officially goes down as a 4-3 put out. A very productive out. That's going to bring up Lucas Thompson. Thompson hitting .507 coming into this year. That one away. 1-0 the count. Thompson has 22 RBIs on the year. Just an excuse me hit right out towards second. That's going to get underneath the glove. So the E4 scores a run. So with one out and one run in, that's going to bring up Kellen Brandenburg, first baseman for Central Hardin. Brandenburg hitting .515 on the year. That's 35 RBIs on the season. For Thompson at first, he is 13 of 14 in the stolen base category. Throw back. It's going to be out towards the shortstop. Up with it quickly to second. Oh, misplays on that throw. So they get the lead out at second. And an E4 is going to keep Brandenburg at first. That's going to bring up the center fielder. Hitting .408 is Chase Price.
Chase Price. Lucas on deck.
This one right back up the middle. Clean base hit into center. Hayner with it quickly. He's going to get it into second. Second base hit of the inning for the Bruins. So it'll be Brandenburg at second, Price at first. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Sander Lucas. Lucas hitting .324 on the year. fouled off, 0-1. As we head towards right field, it's going to get over the head of the right fielder. One hops the fence. Brandenburg rounding third. He's coming in. Price, and there, get it in. Lucas going for the triple, slides in and gets the triple. A two-run, 2 RBI triple for Sander Lucas. And that is the score, 3-0 with Central Hardin on top. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And that's going to bring up Mason Gardner, the right fielder. Gardner hitting .303. And for Lucas, that was RBIs 31 and 32 on the year. That in there for a strike. That's in there for a strike right at the knees. 0-2 the count. Swings to that one, fouls it off. Count remains 0-2. Strike 3. That ends the bottom of the first inning. But there were 3 runs on 3 hits. 1 runner left on base and 2 Elizabethtown errors as we head to the top of the second inning. Central Hardin on top, 3-0 over Elizabethtown. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. Take a virtual tour today at etownapartments.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding area since 1976. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. For E-Town, coming up in the top of the second, it'll be 4, 5, 6 in the order. Reed Sherrard, Isaiah Powers, and Carter Moberly. And Irwin stays on the mound for the Bruins. Sherrard on the year, hitting .339.
Leading off for the Panthers, number 28, Reed Sherrard. Powers on deck.
That one fouled off, 0-1. Didn't get to read off the numbers for Irwin. Comes into tonight's game 1-0 on the season, has a 3.11 ERA, 13 strikeouts to just 6 walks. That one stays outside, 1-1. That's going to be fouled out of play. 1-2 now, the count to Sherrard. Freetown, their next game will be on the road as they will travel to John Hardin on Thursday night. So they're going to miss. Strike 3, the third strikeout of the day for Irwin. For Central Hardin, their next game will be on Thursday night, right back here against North Hardin. We here at HCEC-TV will be here as well.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 13.
It's going to bring up Isaiah Powers, the second baseman, hitting .380 on the year. Callie with a couple steps in from third on the grass. This one hit towards right field. Gardner calls for it, makes the catch. So with 2 outs and no one on, Carter Moberly comes to the plate for E-Town. Moberly comes in hitting .239 on the year.
Moberly, Barker on deck.
That one high, 1-0. That one outside. 2-0 now the count. It's in there for a strike on the corner. 2-1 the count as Moberly digs back in. That one fouled off. Yeah. Umpire going to do the catcher a favor. Walk out to the mound, talk it over with the pitcher. Not sure exactly where the ball hit Thompson at. 2-2 the count to Moberly. Strike 3. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Irwin. 2 strikeouts in each of those innings. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. So we head to the bottom of the second inning. Central Hardin on top, 3-0. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. And you can always check out our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all your local community sports and events. We'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact nfhs.com to subscribe today. Due up in the second inning for the Bruins, it'll be 8-9-1. Caleb Irwin, Miles Wheeler, and Lucas Lee. Reach Farrar remains on the hill for the Panthers. The pitcher, Caleb Irwin, now coming to the plate. Irwin hitting .326 on the season.
Now batting for the Bruins, number 11, Caleb Irwin. Wheeler on deck.
That's in there for a strike on the inside corner. Williams even with the bag at third. Curveball in there for strike 2. Strike quickly ahead, 0-2 in the count. Fouls that one off. Count remains 0-2. 3. The second strikeout of the day for Sherrard. Now it's going to bring up the left fielder, Miles Wheeler. Wheeler hitting .429 on the year.
Batting for the Bruins, number 14, Miles Wheeler. Lee on deck.
That one high. Wheeler just an 8th grader, starting for varsity. Swung at that one. 0-2 the count. Or sorry, 1-1 the count. High again. 2-1 the count. That one stays high. All 4 pitches to Wheeler have been up in the strike zone. Beautiful day here at Central. Slight breeze blowing into as Wheeler will head down to first base. That's going to bring up Lucas Lee. Lee led off the Bruins half of the first inning with a single where they came around to score the first run of the game. Wheeler on the year, 3 for 3 in stolen bases. Willett holding on at first, a bigger hole to the right side of the infield. Goes on that first pitch, a curveball, and Fisher not able to get it out of his glove. So 0-1 the count. Bunts this one towards third. Williams coming in, not going to be able to make a play. It's going to be an infield hit. Now you got runners at the corners with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. That's going to bring up third baseman Reese Cowley. Cowley 0 for 1 on the day as he grounded out in his last at-bat.
Thompson on deck.
Lee with an average lead away from first. That one's in there for a strike. A delayed steal. And he's going to get the stolen base. Throw back behind. Ooh, just dives in. That was really, really close. Really, really close on that one. So a little chirping coming out of the Central Hardin dugout. Umpire stopped and wanted to correct it. That pitch high, 1-1 now the count. Runners at second and third. Wheeler at third. Lee at second. Curveball. Slow roller out towards shortstop. It's going to get past everybody. Good job. There, 1 run is scored. 2 runs are in. And it's a 5-0 lead. And on the slow roller, Lucas Lee actually just stayed right in the path of the ball until it got close to him. Jake Williams from third, though, was still coming across and did not get interfered with by Lucas Lee at all. Just did not come up with the ball. And no player touched it until it got to the outfield. 2 RBI single for Callie. That's going to bring up Lucas Thompson. Thompson 0 for 1 on the day, reached on an error his first at bat. Going on the pitch, bunted. Fisher quickly out. He's going to go only to first base. Willett catches that one. So the sacrifice bunt is going to move Callie up to second base. So with 2 outs and a runner at second base, first baseman Kellen Brandenburg now to the plate. Brandenburg 0 for 1 on the day, reached on an error. Did score a run in that first inning. Big lead away from second by Callie. That one outside. 1-0 the count. That one outside as well. 2-0 now the count. Brandenburg hitting over 500 on the season. That's in there on inside part of the plate. 2-1. Outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. That one on the inside corner. Count runs full, 3-2. Big lead from Callie. This will be hit over towards in that hole. It is stopped. Good job by the shortstop to stop that one. That's going to be an infield single. So there'll be runners at the corners with 2 outs as it's going to bring up.
Now batting for the Bruins, number 25, Chase Price.
Chase Price to the plate. Price 1 for 1 on the day. They single and a run scored. Swings that first pitch down the line. It's going to get head into foul territory. It's in there for a strike. 0-2 the count. This one back up the middle. Go across the diamond in time. A 6-3 put out. But not before the Bruins send 2 more across the plate. 2 runs on 3 hits. 2 runners left on base. And no Elizabethtown errors. Through 2 complete. Central Hardin on top 5-0 over Elizabethtown. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. For those who are serving in our country in the military, a discount is available. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Available for all your recycling needs, located at 311 Steel Drive in Elizabethtown. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding areas since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Top of the 3rd inning for the Panthers. It'll be Eli Barker, Ryan Bowen, and Nolan Maggard. And Caleb Irwin remains on the hill for the Bruins. Barker steps to the plate, hitting .361 on the season.
Leading off for the Panthers, number 44, Eli Barker, Bowen on deck.
Strike there. 0-1. That one stays out. 1-1 now the count. Two and one now the count.
Come on.
3 balls and 1 strike now. That one high. First base run of the day for the Panthers. Barker trots down there. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Ryan Bowen, for Elizabethtown. Bowen comes in hitting .293 on the year.
Ryan Bowen, Maggard on deck.
Barker on the season 2 for 2 in the stolen base category. Big hole to the right side. Good curveball in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Barker with a safe lead at first. As we hit in the hole. Between third and short. So with no outs, there's going to be runners at first and second. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Nolan Maggard, for Elizabethtown.
Now back to the Panthers, number 7, Nolan Maggard.
Maggard hitting 176 on the season. I wouldn't be totally surprised if Coach Pitts didn't try to bunt here and move the runners up to second and third. If you're going to bunt here, you want to bunt it towards the third baseman. Nope. Curveball on the outside part of the plate. Swings at that one, 0-2. Thompson sets up outside, ball stays out there. 1-2. That one fouled off. There goes off Thompson. You hit more where his earpiece is at. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Barker at second, Bowen at first. No outs here, top of the 3rd inning, 5-0 Central Hardin on top. That one high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good curveball there, gets the strikeout, 5th strikeout of the day for Irwin. And that'll send us back to the top of the order for the Panthers. Hayden Fisher now to the plate. He grounded out back to the pitcher in his only at bat. Came in today hitting .343 on the year. Has 9 RBIs on the season. That one stays up. 1-0 the count. Brandenburg a few steps in on the grass at first. But the second baseman shortstop a little shallower than usual as well. That one high. 2-0 the count. That one down 3-0. For a strike on the outside corner. I will say that he has been consistent. About 1.5 balls outside. Has been a strike on both sides tonight. 3-1. That's the same spot. 3-2 now the count. Time called. Everybody will reset. Hit down the right field line, slices foul. Everybody will go back. Again, it's Marker at second, Bowen at first. Three and two the count. That one will be foul towards the third base dugout. Irwin steps off that time. That stays outside. I'll be surprised if we see a mound visit here with one out and the bases loaded. That's going to bring up Jake Williams. Williams 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. So he came into the game hitting .364.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 2, Jake Williams. Painter on deck.
And have a courtesy runner. And with that, Coach Delabar now coming out. I apologize, I didn't see the number. Who came in for Elizabethtown there? I think it's probably Lex Bratcher. Williams on the year with 16 RBIs on the season. Corner infielders on the grass. Irwin comes set. That one down, 1-0. Coming out. Ooh. In there for a strike. 1-1. That one pops up straight. It should be an infield fly. Brandenburg will make the catch. Everybody stays where they are. So with 2 outs and the bases loaded, that's going to bring up Grayson Hayner, center fielder. Hayner came into today's game hitting .371. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout.
Sherrard on deck.
That one high. Snap throw down to first. That gets away. That's going to get at least 1 run in. Coach Pitts waving his arm. The second run will come in as Barker and Bowen both score. Error by Thompson on the throw. And with that, Bratcher moves all the way up to third. That one fouled out of play. One and one the count. That one fouled out. 1 and 2 now the count. That one's hit hard, hit deep to left field, going back. Stopping is Wheeler, makes the catch for the third out of the inning. In the inning, there were 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and 1 Central Hardin error. As we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, Central Hardin on top 5-2 over Elizabethtown. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs. Airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184, and you can always check out our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all your local community sports and events. We'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. Due up for the Bruins in the bottom of the 3rd. It'll be Sander Lucas, Mason Gardner, and Caleb Irwin. Reed Sherrard will stay on the mound for the Panthers. Again, a reminder, Elizabethtown back in action on Thursdays. They will travel to Radcliffe to take on the John Hardin Bulldogs. And for Central Hardin, they'll be right back here on Thursday as they will host the North Hardin Trojans. We will be here as well for that one. Game time on the schedule says 6 o'clock. We'll have to confirm that. Leading off will be Sandra Lucas. Lucas is 1 for 1 on the day with a 2 RBI triple in his first at bat. Curveball stays up. 1-0. It's in there for a strike. This slow roller down the line. It's going to be in foul territory. It's going to be hard to left field. 2 for 2 with a triple and a single. This is Sandra Lucas. And that's going to bring up Mason Gardner. Gardner 0 for 1 on a strikeout in his at-bat.
Now batting for the Bruins, number 22, Mason Gardner. Irwin on deck.
On the outside corner. 0-1. That one on the outside corner as well. 0-2 now the count. Fisher calling for it to be high. Fouled back by Gardner. Count remains 0-2. Lucas, a conservative lead over at first. There's strike 3. That one was more outside than the other two. So with 1 out and a runner at first, that's going to bring up the pitcher, Caleb Irwin. Irwin 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Throw over. Lucas back in plenty of time. Lucas on the season 4 for 4. That one low. 1-0. Irwin asks for time and gets it. It's in there for a strike. Throw over. 1-1 3-1 the count. Bottom of the third inning. Central Hardin on top, 5-2. Takes off on that pitch. Fisher throws down in time. And the 2-6 put out at second base. Two and one the count as Irwin will step back in. High and inside, 3-1 now the count to Irwin. So he's through that one, 3-2 the count. Strike three. So there were no runs on one hit, no runners left on base, and no E-Town errors as we head to the top of the fourth inning. Central Hardin on top, 5-2 over Elizabethtown. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. Take a virtual tour today at etownapartments.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding area since 1976. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple online at westpointbank.com. Due up in the top of the fourth for Elizabethtown. It'll be 4, 5, 6 in the lineup. Reed Sherrard, Isaiah Powers, and Carter Moberly. Caleb Irwin remains on the hill for the Bruins. So Reed Sherrard, the pitcher, comes to the plate for the Panthers. It came in hitting .339 on the year. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. That one high, 1-0. That was on the left-handed batter's box line. Called strike, 1-1. In the dirt, 2 balls and 1 strike. That one goes away high. 3 balls and 1 strike. In there on the inside part of the plate. Runs the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one strike 3. Good catch by Thompson on that one. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Isaiah Powers.
Now batting for
Powers
the
0 for 1 on the day as he flew out to right field.
Moberly on deck.
Powers came in hitting .380 on the year. And Frank 0-1. Slow roller out towards short. Up with it, across, in time. The 6-3 put out for the second out of the inning.
Now batting for the Panthers.
So now that will bring up Carter Moberly. Moberly 0 for 1 on the day. Well outside, 1-0. That one down, 2-0 now the count. One outside, 3-0 now. Called strike, 3-1. Big swing there from Moberly. 3 balls and 2 strikes. All fouled out of play. Some popped up on the infield. Lucas calling for it. That's a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. So we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Central Hardin still on top, 5-2 over Elizabethtown. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184, and you can always check out our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all your local community sports and events. Do it for Central Hardin. It'll be 9-1-2 in the order. Miles Wheeler, Lucas Lee, and Reese Cowley. Reed Sherrard remains on the hill for the Panthers. I'd like to thank our student workers today, Mr. River Perry and Olive Robbins. Wheeler walked in his first at-bat as he steps to the plate this time. He had a stolen base and a run scored.
Miles Wheeler. Lee on deck.
Oh, and 1 the count. 0-2 now the count. Strike three. That'll send us to the top of the order. Lucas Lee now coming to the plate. Lee 2 for 2 on the day with a pair of singles and runs scored.
Now batting for the Bruins, number 4, Lucas Lee. Cali on deck.
Curveball stays out, 1-0. Hit high in the air towards center field. Hayner calling for it. Nice catch. And that's going to bring up the third baseman, Reese Cali. Cali 1 for 2 on the day. His last at bat is a 2 RBI single.
Reese Cali. Thompson on deck.
Count 1-1. So we're going to miss there. 1-2 now the count. And strike three. 6th strikeout of the day for Reed Sherrard. And back-to-back perfect innings for the Panther pitcher. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. So we head to the top of the 5th inning. Central Hardin on top, 5-2 over Elizabethtown. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. Take a virtual tour today at etownapartments.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrappy metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Call 270-737-6900 or online at mugglebug.com. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Due up in the top of the 5th for the Panthers. It'll be 7, 8, 9 in the lineup. Eli Barker, Ryan Bowen, and Nolan Maggard. Caleb Irwin remains on the hill for the Bruins. Barker reached on a walk in his last at bat and later came around to score.
Barker, Bowen on deck.
Irwin has done a good job here through 4 innings. He did have some trouble in that 3rd inning. Both of those runs, though, however, were unearned. Swing and a miss there from Barker. 0-1 the count. That's in there for strike 2. 0-2. Reached out, hit towards center field. Easy catch for Price. So with 1 out, Ryan Bowen comes to the plate. Bowen, the only Panther with a hit today.
Now batting for the Panthers,
He had a single back in the third inning and came around to score. That one in the dirt, 1-0. Good curveball in there for a strike. 1-1. Two and one. Inside. 3-1 now. The count to Bowen. That one back up the center. Sander Lucas with it across in time. The 4-3 put out. So 2 outs. That'll bring up right fielder Nolan Maggard for Elizabethtown.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 7, Nolan Maggard.
Maggard came into the game hitting 176. So for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Oh, and 1 the counts. He swung through that one. Stays up and away. 1-1 the count. That one down. 2-1. Two and 2 now the count. Thompson sets up outside. Strike 3. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. Central Hardin remains on top, 5-0 over Elizabethtown. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs, airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. Coaches and umpires having a discussion. You can look at all of our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV. Subscribe to our channel and get all your local community sports and events. I'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. Due up in the bottom of the 5th, it'll be 3-4-5 in the Bruin lineup. Lucas Thompson, Kellen Brandenburg, and Chase Price. Reed Sherrod remains on the hill for the Panthers.
Leading off the Bruins, number 9, Lucas Thompson. Brandenburg on deck.
Thompson 0-for-1 on the day, reached on an error. He also had a sacrifice bunt in his last at-bat. Sherrod in the game now with 6 strikeouts. So head back towards center. Is in and out of the glove of the shortstop. And And he reaches for the second time on an error. And that's going to bring up Kellen Brandenburg. Brandenburg 1 for 2 on the day, has a single, reached on an error, and has a run scored.
Price on deck.
So we head out towards left field. That's going to get in for a base hit. Moberly gets it back in quickly. So the second hit of the day for Brandenburg. Now you got runners at first and second with no outs. As Chase Price comes to the plate. Price 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a run scored.
Chase Price. Lucas on deck.
Wind kind of shifted now, blowing down to the right corner, right field corner. Price stuck the bat out as if he was going to try to bunt it that one. 0-1 the count. This time bunts, popped it up towards third. Williams comes in, gets it. Runners all retreat back. So with one out, runners at first and second. That's going to bring up Sander Lucas. Lucas 2 for 2 on the day. Has a single and a triple and 2 RBIs.
Now batting for the Bruins, number 17, Sander Lucas. Gardner on deck.
Fisher popped up like Thompson was going to be trying to steal third. 1-0 the count. That one in the dirt. 2-0 the count. That's in there for a strike. Runs the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, that's been a strike all night. It is at least, that is the front line of the left-handed batter's box, which has to be 3 or 4 inches outside. 2-2 the count. Curveball, strike 3. So after getting 2 on, Sherrard fights back and gets 2 consecutive outs. So now with 2 outs and a runner at first and second, Mason Gardner comes to the plate. Gardner 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. Blowing inside, 1-0. Gonna have a courtesy runner for Thompson. Whalen the runner. So Whalen at second, Brandenburg at first. Entering today's game, Gardner hitting .303 on the year. Two and 0 now the count. That one fouled off in the batter's box. Two and 1 the count. Gardner asked for time. That one in the dirt. 3 and 1 now the count. On deck is Caleb Irwin. This may out towards second. Powers with it. Over to Willett for the third out. So there were no runs on one hit, 2 runners left on base, and 1 Elizabethtown error as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Central Hardin remains on top, 5-2 over Elizabethtown. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184, and you can always check out our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all your local community sports and events. I'd also like to thank NFHS and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. And our student workers today for us here at HCEC-TV, River Perry and Olive Robbins. Irwin on the game has a strikeout in each of the innings. He has 7 total coming into the 6th inning. It's going to be 1, 2, 3 in the Panther order. Hayden Fisher, Jake Williams, and Grayson Hayner.
Off the Panthers, number 5, Hayden Fisher. Williams on deck.
Fisher 0 for 1 on the day with a ground that he did reach on a walk. So we hit out towards right field. Gardner out there. Makes that catch. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Jake Williams. Williams 0 for 2 on the day. It's a strikeout and a pop-up.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 2, Jake Williams. Hayner on deck.
Swing, that was a high fastball. Swings that one, fouls it straight back. 0-1 the count. Swings at that one. 0-2 now the count. So we roller out toward Lucas. Sander over to Brandenburg. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up the center fielder, Grayson Hayner. He's 0 for 2 on the day. It's a strikeout and a flyout.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 10, Grayson Hayner. Gerard on deck.
That one high, 1-0. That one low and outside. 2-0 now the count. High in the air towards left. Wheeler there. He'll make the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And for Irwin, the first inning, the second inning, fourth, fifth, and sixth inning, 5 of the 6 innings tonight have been 1-2-3 innings for the lefty from Central Hardin. We now head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Central Hardin on top, 5-2 over E-Town. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools, live Channel 1 programming. Sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results online at physicaltherapyky.com. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. Take a virtual tour today at etownapartments.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding areas since 1976. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple, online at westpointbank.com. For the Bruins, they will send 8-9-1 to the plate. Caleb Irwin, Miles Wheeler, and Lucas Lee. Reed Sherrod remains on the hill for the Panthers. Irwin comes to the plate 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts.
Leading off the Bruins, number 11, Caleb Irwin. Wheeler on deck.
Let's go, Keg. Let's go.
Spread around a bunt. That one in there for a strike. On high, 1-1. Hammond in the dirt. 2-1 now they count. That one on the outside corner. 2-2. This may head out towards the second baseman. Off his glove. I believe that's going to be the third error on the day for the second baseman for the Panthers. Isaiah Powers. That's going to bring up Miles Wheeler, the left fielder for the Bruins.
Lee on deck.
Wheeler 0 for 1 on the day, reached on a walk, has a stolen base and a run scored. Waylon, the courtesy runner at first base. That one thrown inside and high. 1-0.
Boy, wait, pull it back.
Bunted right back to Sherrard. He only has one place to go. Wheeler made that one a lot closer than it should have been. 1-3 put out. So
Now batting for the Bruins, number 4, Lucas Lee.
Lucas Lee now to the plate.
Come on, Luke, get out of the water.
Sorry, the courtesy runner is Devin Hubbard out at second. So with one out and a runner at second, we go to the top of the order. Lucas Lee now to hit. Lee 2 for 3 on the day. It's a pair of singles, a pair of runs scored. That one in the dirt. One and 0 the count. So we head towards second base as well. Powers gets this one over to Willett. But another productive out. While it doesn't go down as a sacrifice. Moves Hubbard up to third base. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Reese Cowley. Cowley 1 for 3 on the day. That's 2 RBIs and a single. It's in there for a strike. 0-1. That one in the dirt, gets away. Not far enough for Hubbard to take off. 1-1 the count. It's in there for a strike at the knees. 1-2 the count. Curveball outside. 2-2 the count. Got my Fisher to stop that one.
Come on, Reese.
That one in the dirt. I'll run it full. Strike 3. So we will head to the top of the 7th. There were no runs on no hits, 1 runner left on base, and 1 E-Town error. So we head to the top of the 7th. Central Hardin on top, 5-2. E-Town will have to put at least 3 runs across the board to continue this one. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. In the schedule, both teams back in action on Thursday night. E-Town will hit the road as they will travel to take on the John Hardin Bulldogs, while the Bruins will host the North Hardin Trojans. We will be here for that one. And then for next week, we have 3 games. It'll be Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Monday it'll be softball action as North Hardin travels to John Hardin. Tuesday it'll be a rematch from a couple of weeks ago. E-Town and Central Hardin squaring off in softball action. And then on Friday the 10th, We'll have our out-of-district game as Bardstown Tigers come to take on North Hardin Trojans in softball action. Due up. It'll be 4, 5, 6 in the E-Town order. As Caleb Irwin remains on the hill. Reed Sherrard, Isaiah Powers, and Carter Moberly. So Sherrard comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. Fouled out of play. 0-1. That one fouled out of play as well. 0-2 the count. Irwin quickly out in front. High and away. 1-2. Two and two now the count. Time called. Strike 3 on the curveball. 8th strikeout of the day for Irwin. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Isaiah Powers. Powers 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded out. Inside at 1-0. It's going to be hit hard to left center field. Wheeler on the run, makes the catch. Really, really good read off the bat that time by Miles Wheeler. In full stride. It almost looked like he overran the ball. Was able to slow himself down enough to reach up and catch it for the second out, and that's going to bring up Carter Moberly. Moberly 0 for 2 on the day. It's a strikeout and a fly out. For a strike, 0-1. Strike 2. 0-2 the count. That one fouled out of play. 0-2 the count. I believe that got more of the plate than the Bruins wanted it to. That one high, 1-2 now. Strike 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. And on the day, Caleb Irwin pitches a gem. 9 strikeouts. The 2 runs were unearned. Central Hardin wins 5-2. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. For Elizabethtown, they fall to 12-13 on the season, 3-4 in 17th district play. And for the Bruins, they improved to 21-7 on the year, 7-0 in 17th district play. Again, we will be back here on Thursday night as we will have North Hardin taking on Central Hardin. That one's scheduled to start at 5:30. Again, we'd like to thank all of our student workers here at HCEC-TV. Today it was River Perry and Olive Robbins. For all of them, I am Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night.